ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Namaskar everyone, welcome back. And as you are aware, we are going to continue our discussion on that boring thing called Brahman. Yes. So up till now, what we have learned is that Brahman is the infinite existence or the limitless reality. Reality, Satyam. We were discussing the other day. Now, for us, all this is real. All these objects are real. This is reality. But if this is Brahman, then Brahman being limitless, this reality must be limitless. But none of these objects seem to be limitless. That means the reality must be constantly present everywhere, all the time, and in everything. But none of these objects seem so. Then our definition of truth or reality must be flawed. What the Upanishad is trying to say is the absolute truth, the absolute reality, which is constantly present everywhere, all the time, and in everything. And we found out that it is the very existence of everything in this universe. Wherever you go, whenever you go, and whatever you experience, you are actually experiencing that existence. You are actually experiencing existence plus some kind of appearance superimposed on that existence. So existence appearing as various objects is this universe. And that existence is all pervading, eternal, and is the foundation of everything. That is the reality. That existence. This existence is Brahman. Now, we'll move on with that statement again from the Taittiriya Upanishad, which is Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Anantam we have seen, Satyam we have discussed already. The only word that is left now is Jnanam. What is Jnanam? We all know that. Jnanam means knowledge. So knowledge is Brahman. Okay, so I have knowledge about the features of the smartphone. I have knowledge about the functioning of that LED light. Is this Brahman? It doesn't seem so, because yes, Brahman is limitless, not limited by space, time and object. Now, this knowledge must be limitless. It is not. Is this kind of knowledge non-dual? No. There are various kinds of knowledge about various things. These are all scientific, technological knowledge. We can have knowledge of art, knowledge of religion, and whatnot. And all these are limited knowledge. They are about specific types of object. They are about specific points in space. And this knowledge is not eternal. Where was your knowledge of smartphone or computers or LED lights 50 years back. It wasn't there. This knowledge is not limitless. So what kind of knowledge are we talking about if the Upanishadic statement is true, that Jnanam is Brahman? So we actually have to find out the basis of all knowledge, the foundation of all knowledge. And for that, we have to investigate what is the very nature of knowledge. What is knowledge? So, subject knowing an object, so it is a kind of experience. One experiencing, the subject, the knower, the experienced object or the known object, right? And that experience is that knowledge, knowing. Now, what is really an experience? What is that one common thing to all experiences? What is it that makes all types of knowledge possible? What is an experience? So, the thing that makes all knowledge possible, without which no knowledge is possible, is what you call in Vedanta Chit or Chaitanya. And we do not have an exact translation in English for this Chit or Chaitanya, but the closest we have is consciousness. One may say pure consciousness, one may call it pure awareness. These are interchangeable terms. Let's call it consciousness. So, it is true that consciousness is that thing which makes all knowledge possible. And what is the nature of knowledge? What is that one common thing in every experience? What is an experience? Consciousness plus some object revealed by that consciousness. What is knowledge? So knowledge of this object is possible because of this consciousness revealing it. So consciousness revealing this object, this is knowledge, this is experience. The object of experience will go on changing from one form to the other, from one appearance to the other. But the consciousness revealing that object will remain the same. It is the same consciousness everywhere, all the time, revealing all these appearances, all these objects. So consciousness is common to all experiences, and it makes knowledge possible. Because if I take away consciousness, is knowledge possible? No, nothing will be revealed. Consciousness shining, everything is revealed. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. This is from the Mundaka Upanishad, which means that shining, everything else shines. Yes, it is because of consciousness that everything is revealed, and that makes knowledge possible. Without consciousness, no knowledge, no experience is possible. So this consciousness is the basis of all knowledge. It is the constant thing in all experiences. Wherever you go, whenever you go, whatever you experience, the one constant thing, one common thing is this consciousness. It is the very foundation of knowledge. Yes, that is what we are talking about. And with that, see, without consciousness, nothing is ever known to exist. So if I take away consciousness, can you show me this universe? Or let alone universe, can you show me even an atom or a subatomic particle? You can't. Apart from consciousness, nothing, no object is ever known to exist. That means consciousness, by revealing all this, actually is providing existence to all this. Consciousness is providing existence to all objects that appear in front of you. Precisely, consciousness is the very existence of this universe. Yes, we are coming close. Existence is Brahman. And consciousness. Okay. Now, look at it another way. That is, there is this question common to various Upanishads. It is like, what is that by knowing which everything is known? Tell me that, by knowing which everything is known. You may find, have you learned that by knowing which everything is known? So absolutely similar questions in multiple Upanishads. So, a knowledge by which everything can be known. Such knowledge possible? So, if you know that one thing, you will know everything in this universe. Crazy. Everything will be easy for our examination preparations. And so, we'll investigate this using that classical Vedantic example of clay pot. So look closely at a clay pot. What is it? You'll find that it is clay alone. It's through and through clay only. There's nothing apart from clay in that. So clay pot is clay only. So then why call it a clay pot? You can call it clay. So if you are saying clay pot, there must be some difference. Is there a difference? There is. There is an apparent difference. Clay pot is clay plus an appearance of pot superimposed on that clay. So clay plus a superimposed pot form is equal to clay pot. We'll see. There it is. It is not clay alone then. Clay plus a pot form. Well, yes, but that's apparent, right? Because if I take away the clay, can you show me your pot form? You can't. The moment I take away the clay, the pot form vanishes. So, the clay is the very existence of all clay pots. And if you know that clay, you know all clay pots in essence. Similarly, if you realize the existence, that same existence behind everything in this universe, because if I take away the existence, can you show me any object? Can you show me any appearance? If I take away the existence, the universe will vanish in thin air. The thin air itself will vanish. Nothing remains. So if you know existence, you know the universe in its essence. So by knowing existence, by realizing existence, knowing not that sense, by realizing what is existence, what is Brahman, you have the knowledge of everything. Thus, this existence, which is Brahman, is the absolute knowledge. And Just a few minutes ago, we found out that consciousness is this existence, and consciousness is the very basis, the very foundation of all kinds of relative knowledge. Consciousness, basis of all knowledge, is the existence, is the absolute knowledge, is Brahman. Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam Brahman. Sat is Brahman, Satyam, reality, existence. Chit is Jnanam, is Brahman, which is Anantam. That's all for today. We'll continue our discussion like this. But till then, goodbye and thank you. Om Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.